This video is gonna get probably edited a lot because I know that I'm gonna cry a lot, so just bear with me. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yari. I am the owner and furniture artist here at Lilly Moon Vintage. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. I have something that I want to share with you all, and it's taken me a long time to work up the courage to say all this and just share and open up. So I hope that you guys are patient with me. I've been really anxious all day. I've been debating on doing this video today or not, just because my anxiety is through the roof, and the reality is that it's gonna be I'm just gonna be anxious anytime that I that I sit down to film this video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now and hopefully get all of this off my chest. So please bear with me, and yeah, if I kind of doze off or like look away, it's just I'm just trying to make sure that I stay on track and don't drag this on longer than it needs to be. So anyways, I want to tell you exactly why I have decided to start up my YouTube channel all over again. If you guys have been here for a while, you know I used to upload videos, but it wasn't until more recently where I decided to really just start filming again. And there's a very specific reason why I am deciding to do that and deciding to be here, teaching you guys everything that I know about refinishing and letting you guys into my world. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and then I will eventually get to the entire purpose of everything. But I want you guys to know the background, the past, just the history of how Lilly Moon Vintage came about, because a lot of you guys do not know my story, and I think it's time that I open up and tell everybody again. For those that are new here, I have a lot of new followers, especially over on other social media platforms, that just don't know the story. So I am going to try to make it as short as possible, but without missing any details. And I want you guys to know that this is the hardest subject I can ever talk about. I already want to cry. So starting at the beginning, my husband and I, we met at church, and we were really good friends, eventually became best friends. And within all that, we developed feelings for each other, and we ended up getting married when I was 20 years old. And we've been married for 15 years now. A little bit, I guess, about my marriage. We've, with being married so young, you tend to, at least we tended to make really poor choices. Some of them which led to us being basically homeless. And I say basically because it wasn't like we were living on the street, but we didn't have a home of our own for, I want to say, close to 2 years. Where we would stay either with my family or we were staying with church friends. And it was just a very, very low point in our lives, something that I still fear to this day a lot. Like, I never want to go through that ever again. And it was really hard. And I'm not going to get into details about that just because this video, I already feel like it's going to be super long anyways. And I don't want to get overly emotional, and I know that subject already gets me super emotional. So between all that time, my husband and I, we've struggled with fertility. So we have wanted to have a baby since day one, and we have just struggled to get pregnant. 11 years into our marriage, we finally got pregnant. And it was the happiest moment in our lives. It was the happiest I've ever seen my husband. And I remember when we got to our first trimester, it was like celebration. Like, everybody was excited, my family, everybody. I mean, I was already like, I started to buy clothes, and I started planning a baby shower, and I planned a gender reveal. I mean, we were just super, super happy. Our gender reveal resulted in letting us know that we were having a baby girl. So then, of course, we started looking for names and we just do all the things. 5 months into my pregnancy, we lost our baby girl. And it was the hardest, sorry, it was the hardest thing we've ever gone through. Although we had gone through really, really bad moments in our marriage with what I had just mentioned to you guys, this surpassed all of that. It was devastating. And it's definitely, it was very traumatic for me. And I don't want to get into like super gory details about how everything happened, but I feel like it's important for me um, to share how everything happened, so that you understand how traumatic it was for me, I guess. The morning of my miscarriage, I woke up and I felt a really sharp pain. And the day before, I had gone to my doctor, and she had said that everything was fine. We heard the baby's heartbeat. She said it was super healthy heartbeat, very strong. I told her that I had been having sharp pains, and she said that it was totally normal. Cramps are totally normal. I've read that 1,000 times. I've been told that, so I trusted that. So when I was having cramps that day, I thought, okay, it's just normal. I'm not going to be one of those like first timers, first time moms that's just going to like freak out about every single little cramp that I get. But as the day progressed, my pain started getting worse and worse. Well, that was a Friday night. And I remember I had to go to my church because I was in the worship team. So I was in charge of worship that day. And my little brothers, the twins, they were in the band. So they were actually going to pick me up and we were going to go to church. Well, the pain had gotten so bad that when I went to sit in the car, I could barely sit in the car. And any little bump, any speed bump, I remember complaining to them to like slow down because everything was just like excruciating pain and I didn't get it at the moment, or I guess I just didn't really grasp what was really going on. So we get to church, and within like half an hour to an hour of me being at church, I knew something was wrong. Like I knew something was terribly wrong. So I remember I told my father, which was also at church, and my husband that was also there, and we just decided to go to the hospital. So on my way to the hospital, I call my doctor, so they're aware of what's going on. I mean, I get to the hospital, and after a couple tests, they start telling me how I was just showing signs of having a miscarriage. So again, super heartbroken. I was in disbelief. I remember, of course, I was just scared. So in my mind, I prayed more than a gazillion times that this wasn't really happening. Um, and they decided to keep me overnight under observation. They weren't really giving me a lot of details. I remember them telling me that they were going to wait till my doctor showed up in the morning to talk to me. But again, nobody was really giving me details. The last thing that I had officially heard was that I was just showing signs of a miscarriage. So the whole night I spent it crying, hoping that, the doctors were wrong. And that morning, my doctor actually finally came in and told me that yes, I was having a miscarriage. Um, so with that devastating news, of course, like my husband was heartbroken. And I remember I remember that I needed to go to the restroom, and my mom helped me to the bathroom, and as I'm sitting down, I just felt the baby come out. And I, I I didn't even know what to do. I was just like in shock. And I just like sat there without knowing what to do. I remember my mom came back in to check on me, and she asked me if I was okay. And I told her no. I told her that I think the baby like completely fell out. Um, or came out. Like, that sounds so weird, but that's how that's how I felt. Like, she just fell out of me. Um, and so she runs and gets the doctor. I think actually she got my husband or my dad or someone, and they got the doctor. And all I hear was like really far away is the doctor saying, "Don't flush, don't flush." And of course, like, obviously, I'm not gonna do that. But I feel like that was like the most traumatic part of the entire. Out of everything I went through, that was the most traumatic part for me. Um, I get back into bed and I just hear the doctor saying, "Give me something to scoop it out. Give me something to grab it." And the next thing I know is the nurse comes out and she's carrying like this little bucket with a lid on it. And she's just, I remember her telling me, like, as she's holding this bucket, she's like, "I have her right here. I have the baby." And they rush out. Doctor comes back to check on me and realizes that my placenta is like, it wasn't out yet. So basically, I was rushed to labor and delivery, where they started like inducing me for contractions and stuff so that I can go into labor, and basically push out my placenta, which did not work. And my pain went from like a level 4 to like 1,000, like so quickly. And I remember the doctor was just like trying to get this placenta out, and he couldn't. He just, for some reason, could not get to it. And I was unable to push. I was in so much pain. The nurse gave me morphine 3 times, and it was just not working whatsoever. Um, so they ended up having to take me to the OR, gave me anesthesia, gave me an epidural, and just put me under and did what they had to do to get this placenta out. Um, and then I was like in recovery for about 2 or 3 days. I can't remember. I know it was, I know I was in the hospital for about 3 or 4 days altogether. Um, and in the room with me, they had the baby there the whole time. Um, and she was like covered with a little curtain and everything. And my husband was able to see her and all that. And anyways, it was hardest thing I have ever gone through. I don't wish anybody going through that. So why am I telling you all of this? I decided this year that I wanted to work really hard at starting my YouTube channel up again, for the sole reason that I just need your support. Aside from the fact that I love to teach and I love to share everything that I've learned, those that have followed me on social media, like on Instagram and stuff like that, know that I don't hold anything back. I share everything with you guys. I share what I use. I share hacks with you guys, my staging items, just anything that I use to refinish furniture or to like take beautiful pictures and things like that. I just love to share. And aside from providing all of that information to you guys, I'm really here also because I would really, really, really want your support. Johnny and I have decided to start trying to have a baby again. And as scary as that sounds, we decided to try to have a baby again, and this time we actually want to go through the IVF route. And sorry, just saying that out loud is very scary to me. But so we want to start to try to conceive again, and we want to go through the IVF route. Those that have gone through this experience or have friends or family that have gone through this experience know how expensive it is to do IVF. How it's not even a guaranteed thing. So I think that's why it's even more scary to me. But if you guys in your heart feel like you want to help me, support me and our journey to having a baby, using my links that I provide below is what will really help me out. It doesn't cost you any more to use my links. It doesn't cost you like anything extra, but I do have a little bit of a percentage that comes back to me from that purchase that really does help me out. And we want to put all of those funds into our IVF journey and in trying to conceive a baby. So your support means so much to me. I have an amazing community, especially on Instagram. I have an amazing community of friends that do the same things as I do, some that don't, but still support me so much. And I'm already so grateful about that. So if you, and I hate asking for anything. I need you guys to know that about me. I do not like asking for help. But if you guys are going to purchase an item and in the kindness of your heart want to help us out in our journey to having a baby, feel free to use my links that I provide in all of these YouTube videos. All of that really does help us out. I have also created a GoFundMe page so that if you guys want to support any other way, there's a GoFundMe page. There's a website that I created called Buy Me a Coffee. That really helps us out as well. So again, I don't like asking for anything, so that's why this video has been so uncomfortable for me to even make, aside from the fact that I just have to relive that whole, story all over again. But I did want to come on here and tell you guys the truth about why I am here on YouTube and working so hard to make this work for our family. Because at the end of the day, I just really need your support. You guys are so awesome and so good to me that I almost feel like you guys are already part of my family. And although I've gone through so much heartbreak, all of those actions, as little as just giving my video a like or a thumbs up or a heart on Instagram or anything like that, it really does make me feel better, and it just gives me the strength to keep going. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope I didn't cry too much for you guys. Really, I cannot thank you guys enough for your ongoing support, like I said, and hopefully God will bless us with our rainbow baby and give us another chance at becoming parents. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a story on how Lilly Moon Vintage came about and the reason that I am here, the truth about Lilly Moon Vintage, and why I decided to really just go and step out of my comfort zone and start creating new content for you guys here on YouTube. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let me know if you guys have any comments. I will try to update you guys on the entire process as I continue seeing doctors and things like that. Most likely it will be more on Instagram than anything. So if you guys would like more updates, you can catch me over there. But yeah, that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video.